She's still on?
I love the way she tears people up, especially when they try to lie.
Yeah.
To her.
She's straight to the point.
I'm wondering how you got a $2,200 computer from school that you could then sell to someone. Somewhere in here there's a scam. I'm trying to figure it out. And a bit further with the jack. It's like just a collar, like on an edge, and the rim doesn't have a corresponding taper. The lug nut goes through the hole in the rim, and that's what keeps the wheel centered on the hub. In addition to the taper on the lug nuts, this is what helps.
Additional support.
Yeah, it helps keep the wheel from wanting to do any of this.
Yes, the wheels and tires are finally on the truck and it looks absolutely fantastic. I could not have done any of what we've done here to the Ram Rebel without my neighbor and friend Chuck, the master mechanic. If you live in South Florida and you need help with your car, your maintenance or anything car related, just contact Chuck. I'm gonna link his channel down in the description, or you can send him a DM on Instagram at HyperChuck. Wheels and tires are finally on the truck. It took not that long, about a month from the ordering date to get them mounted on the car, but they're on now and I want to show you what they look like. So the installation was pretty straightforward. Everything came with the wheels and this is what they look like right now. So of course I went with some splash of color and I absolutely love this design of this Fuel Rebel wheel right here. For the tires, I wanted to get the Kenda cleavers. I think they're called the Kenda cleavers or something like that, but they were out of stock, so I had to go with my second choice, which are these Fury Country Hunter RTs, and I absolutely love the design of the pattern here. They're kind of aggressive. You have this pattern here on the outside of the tires, and I think they look really good. And another thing that I wanted with the tires that were, or the wheels, the tires that were important to me, was that I didn't want them to sound like a, you know, when you hear those lifted trucks with like 24-inch wheels on, you hear that drony noise when they come by. I didn't want that for this truck. I wanted them to be just as quiet or quieter than stock, and so far so good. They are actually really quiet, and I'm super happy with the result. So these are 20-inch wheels with 35-inch tires. The offset is -18, and this is exactly how I wanted it to look like. So if we look at the side right here, you can see that it sticks out just a tiny bit, and this is exactly what I wanted with the wheels. I didn't want them to stick out further. You see a lot of trucks having almost half the wheels sticking out right here. Well, that's not what I wanted for this truck. I wanted it to be almost flush with the bodywork, just sticking out a little bit, so that the furthest part of the car is going to be the wheels and tires sticking out, and that's exactly what it is right now. When you look at it right here, you can see that the -18 offset is absolutely perfect for what I wanted it to be, and it looks super nice having it like that. It's a perfect stance for the truck and the overall design. And I also like the bronze, because I think the bronze here, it sets off the wheels in a different way than if I were to just pick them in black, for example. Just have a little bit of color on there, even though it's not much. It's a very subtle bronze color, but I think it looks absolutely perfect. So the build is pretty much, I would say, done for now. I don't really have anything else. We have the roof rack on. The tent should go on there, no problem. I haven't really tried that yet, but I will. And the lift, the front leveling kit is on as well. One thing that we needed to do when we installed this was, yes, these are 35s. You can't have 35s on the stock setup. So what we needed to do is, you see right here, we had to cut this piece a little bit in the plastic here, and that's pretty much all we had to do. Of course, Chuck did the engineering of these parts right here. There is no rubbing at all, and there's no you can't, I don't notice any difference in the driving experience, how the wheels sound or the turning or anything. It just looks a lot better, and I'm really happy that we managed to get them on here with no rubbing. You can see that it's cut like that, so it goes up a little bit right here in, just because this edge right here was hitting it. just barely touching it. So when we have a full turn, now the wheel is actually going to go into that little piece, empty piece there, and there's no rubbing whatsoever. So super happy with this setup, and as always, super happy to have Chuck's help figuring all of this out throughout the build. So I'm gonna make a video on all the mods that we've done so far on the truck, the leveling kits, the lights, and the rack, the wheels and tires and so on, and kind of make a bit of a review after a couple of months of use, so you know how everything is holding up, if I have any problems. But that's it for this video. Thanks so much for following along on this journey, and I can't wait to take this beast off-road. Hopefully it's gonna see some snow next week when we're in Tennessee. There's snow up there now. I really hope it stays there so I can do some snow donuts and have some fun with this up in the mountains. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.